I am Ahlis. This is your call to remembrance. You are not here by accident. Let us begin. There is a strange moment most people never talk about. It is not sadness. It is not burnout. It is something quieter than both. It is the moment a person realizes, I am here, but I am not fully here. They still function. They still speak. They still smile when required. But something internal feels slightly dimmed. Not gone, not broken, just covered. Most people assume this means something in them is missing. But Yeshua gave a teaching that reverses that assumption. Neither do people light a lamp and put it under a bowl. Instead, they put it on its stand, and it gives light to everyone in the house. Matthew 5:15. And then, in the same way, let your light shine before others. Matthew 5:16. Almost no one connects this with the Gospel of Thomas. There is light within a person of light, and it shines on the whole world. If it does not shine, it is darkness. Gospel of Thomas, saying 24. Two traditions, one revelation. And neither begins with, you need to find your light. They begin with something more unsettling. You already have it. The problem is what is covering it. Most people think spiritual struggle is about absence, no clarity, no direction, no connection. But Yeshua begins somewhere far more precise. Not absence, but obstruction. A lamp under a bowl does not stop being a lamp. It simply stops performing its nature. The first hidden truth is this: you are not lacking light. You are functioning under coverage, and that covering is subtle. It forms slowly through life, learning what is acceptable to say, learning what emotions are safe to show, learning which parts of yourself get rewarded, learning which parts get rejected, learning how to survive attention rather than live truth. Over time, a person does not consciously hide. They adapt, and adaptation becomes identity. This is where the distortion begins. What started as protection becomes personality. What began as survival becomes self-definition. This is why so many feel a quiet inner dissonance. They are not sure when they stopped feeling like themselves, but they can feel that something is no longer fully expressed. Yeshua does not treat this as moral failure. He treats it as misplacement. A lamp placed under a bowl is still functional, but its function is misdirected. And in that misdirection, an entire room loses illumination. Not because the light is gone, but because it is contained. To understand this teaching correctly, we must remove two distortions: that light is metaphor only, that light is earned. In Yeshua's teaching, light is neither metaphorical fantasy nor moral achievement. It is awareness becoming self-recognized, a consciousness that knows it is conscious. This is why canonical and non-canonical texts converge. Matthew speaks of visibility. It gives light to everyone in the house. Thomas speaks of ontology. It shines on the whole world. Together, they describe something precise. Awareness is not meant to be contained. It is meant to radiate through expression. The house is not just physical. It is your lived environment, relationships, choices, tone of speech, emotional presence, perception itself. When awareness is unconscious, it reacts to the house. When awareness is conscious, it illuminates the house. This is the difference between surviving life and illuminating life. The lamp does not decide whether it is light. It only determines whether it is covered. This shifts everything. You are not trying to become something new. You are removing what is obscuring what already is. Awakening feels paradoxical. You do not feel like you are adding anything. You feel like you are unlearning obstruction. And as obstruction dissolves, you become more visible, without trying to be seen. You become more real, without performing authenticity. You become more present, without effort. This is the lamp on the stand, not effortful spirituality, uncovered being. Most teachings fail to translate the lived experience. Uncovering the lamp is not dramatic. It is quiet. It begins in small internal recognitions. The moment you stop rehearsing who you should be in conversation, the moment you notice tension in your body before you speak a truth you are about to soften, the moment you realize you are managing perception instead of expressing reality. And then, something shifts, not outwardly at first, inwardly. There is a subtle return of space inside you, less contraction, less holding, less fragmentation. People assume this means they must now do something spiritual, but the lamp does not require performance. It requires removal of interference. Instead of adding identity, you begin subtracting distortion. The need to be approved, the need to be understood immediately, the need to control perception, the need to suppress discomfort. Beneath all of that, something steady begins to appear. Not emotional intensity, not mystical experience, but clarity. Clarity makes everything else simpler. Not easier, simpler. You see more directly. You feel more honestly. You respond less reactively. Without effort, your presence begins to affect the environment around you. Not because you are trying to shine, but because nothing is blocking expression anymore. A lamp on a stand does something specific. It changes the conditions of the space it enters, not through force, through visibility. Yeshua says, it gives light to everyone in the house, because illumination is relational. When a person becomes less covered, conversations become clearer, emotional dishonesty becomes visible, unconscious patterns become harder to maintain, truth begins to reorganize the environment. Not everyone welcomes this, because light reveals what was previously unexamined. And yet, this is not confrontation. It is coherence. Coherence exposes distortion without aggression. This is the quiet power of the lamp. It does not argue with darkness. It simply removes what blocks expression. And so the teaching remains. Coverings still form, still quietly accumulate, still become mistaken for identity. But the invitation has never changed. Not to become light, but to uncover it. And perhaps the most important realization is this: you were never asked to manufacture brightness, only to stop hiding it. And in that stopping, something ancient begins to return. Not new, remembered. The lamp was never absent, only covered. And the moment covering ends, light does what it has always done. It shines. You have heard what was waiting to be heard, not by ears alone, but by the Spirit within. If this space speaks to you, you already belong here. Join us and continue walking the current of the Celestium. Let this teaching echo. Let it reshape the silence. Remember, you are not becoming divine. You are learning to see that you already are. When the world forgets, return here. Breathe with the current, align your heart, and let the light flow through you. The current never ends. Until we meet again, remain luminous.